In a small, bustling marketplace of ancient Athens, a well-respected philosopher once paused amid a heated debate to offer a piece of enduring wisdom. "We are disturbed not by things, but by the views we take of them," he remarked, shaping centuries of thought with a single sentence. This insight from Epictetus, a Stoic philosopher, reminds us that often the power of our words reflects the wisdom of our thoughts. Today we're unpacking a particularly practical aspect of this philosophy with 12 things a smart person never says. This isn't just about filtering our speech, it's about refining our thoughts to foster resilience, respect, and profound connections. As we dive into these 12 points, remember, each one not only shapes how others perceive us, but also, more crucially, how we understand and navigate our world. So, if you're ready to transform your communication and cultivate a wiser, more mindful approach to your interactions, let's get started. This journey might just change how you speak, think, and act in the situations life throws your way. If you appreciate the insights we're diving into today, do me a simple, free favor and hit that subscribe button. And remember, don't skip any part of this video, because like a true Stoic, you stand apart from the crowd, and every piece of wisdom here is tailored to help you thrive as the exceptional individual you are. Number 1. Gossip and spreading rumors. A smart person truly understands the immense value of trust and integrity, qualities that are at the very heart of Stoic philosophy. The Stoics, like Epictetus and Marcus Aurelius, emphasize the importance of focusing on our own virtues and actions rather than expending our energy on the trivial or malicious activities that can so easily entangle us. When we engage in gossip or spread rumors, what we're really doing is trading temporary excitement or a sense of inclusion for the long-term stability of our relationships. This trade-off can be costly. Gossip inherently involves speaking about someone who isn't present, often in a negative or speculative manner, which not only undermines the trust others may have in us, but also reflects poorly on our own character. After all, if we speak ill of someone in their absence, who's to say we won't do the same to those we're speaking with? This creates a cycle of mistrust and suspicion that can corrode even the strongest of bonds. Moreover, the Stoic approach to life teaches us the art of control over our impulses. Just as a wise person controls their temper or their desires, they also control their tongue. The discipline of keeping our conversations clean of rumors is a testament to our inner strength and commitment to living a principled life. Gossip, in contrast, often stems from an impulse not very different from other vices that Stoicism advises against. It's an impulse to meddle, to feel superior, or to enjoy the misfortune of others, all of which are antithetical to true wisdom and tranquility. Avoiding gossip and not spreading rumors is not merely about protecting others' reputations. It's about cultivating a self that is aligned with the highest ideals of virtue and integrity. It's about ensuring that our words, as much as our actions, reflect a life lived with purpose and thoughtfulness. Every conversation is an opportunity to demonstrate who we are and what we stand for. Number 2. Rash words. When it comes to the things we say, it's not just about what we express, but how we say it, and most importantly, the intent behind it. This understanding is crucial and deeply rooted in both intelligence and Stoicism. The idea of thoughtfulness, a fundamental Stoic virtue, teaches us the significance of measured speech. A smart person embodies this principle by always pausing to think before they speak. They recognize that once words leave our mouths, they can't be unsaid. They linger in the minds of others, impacting relationships and perceptions long after the conversation has ended. In the realm of Stoicism, figures like Seneca and Marcus Aurelius frequently discuss the power of the spoken word. They advised that we should speak as if the world could hear us, and reflect on our words as if they were permanent marks on our character. This isn't just about avoiding harm to others, it's also about preserving our own inner peace and maintaining harmony in our surroundings. By controlling our tongue, we exercise a form of self-discipline that aligns with the Stoic ideal of mastering one's emotions and reactions. It's about creating a space where rationality overpowers impulsiveness, where wisdom dictates our speech rather than fleeting emotions. Furthermore, practicing restraint in our speech does not mean suppressing our voice, but rather refining it. It means cultivating the ability to express ourselves clearly, kindly, and effectively. In conversations, a smart person uses their words to build up rather than tear down, to clarify rather than confuse, to unite rather than divide. This approach is not only beneficial in personal relationships, but is also crucial in broader interactions where the stakes might be higher: negotiations, business meetings, or public speaking. Stoicism teaches us that every interaction is an opportunity to practice virtue. By being thoughtful with our words, we are practicing justice towards others and courage by standing up to our baser instincts, which might urge us to speak without thinking. It's about ensuring that our communications are not just reactions to our environment, but deliberate actions that reflect our deepest values and philosophies. So, the next time you find yourself in a heated discussion or a challenging conversation, remember the Stoic wisdom: control your speech as you do your thoughts, as both are reflections of your character. By choosing to speak with intention and thoughtfulness, you not only preserve the peace and harmony around you, but also cultivate a persona that resonates with wisdom and respect. In doing so, you contribute positively to your environment, creating a ripple effect that encourages others to engage in similarly thoughtful interactions. Number 3. Provocations. Navigating the complexities of daily interactions without succumbing to provocations is a testament to one's wisdom and composure. In the spirit of Stoicism, a truly smart person recognizes the futility in unnecessary provocations. They know that inciting or engaging in conflict is rarely productive. It breeds only discord and unease, which ripple out to disturb the tranquility of all involved. This understanding is deeply rooted in the Stoic philosophy, where maintaining inner peace is paramount and every decision is guided by reason rather than impulse. Marcus Aurelius often wrote about being an island of calm in a sea of chaos. His writings encourage us to embody resilience and composure, especially in the face of adversity or provocation. For him and other Stoics like him, the real strength of a person was measured not by how they could dominate others in argument, but by how they could control themselves. By not engaging in provocations, we not only keep our peace, but also set a powerful example for others, showing that tranquility is not the absence of conflict, but the ability to navigate it with wisdom and restraint. A smart person, therefore, approaches potential provocations with a mindset geared towards understanding and resolution rather than victory. They strive to understand the underlying causes of a confrontation and seek to address these root issues with patience and insight. This approach is beneficial on multiple levels. It preserves relationships, promotes a cooperative atmosphere, and most importantly, it fosters a sense of personal peace that is not easily disturbed by external circumstances. Furthermore, in practicing Stoicism, we learn to detach from our automatic responses to provocations. This detachment isn't about apathy, rather it's about active engagement without emotional turmoil. It's about responding to situations logically and compassionately, ensuring that our actions are always aligned with our values and the greater good. This way, when faced with provocations, a smart person uses them as opportunities to practice virtue and wisdom, turning potential conflicts into chances for personal growth and strengthening of character. Number 4. Lying. Honesty isn't just a virtue. In the grand scheme of things, it's the very foundation upon which trust and reliability are built. In Stoicism, the importance of truth cannot be overstated. Seneca, one of the great Stoic philosophers, aptly said, "Truth never harms a cause that is just." This highlights a core principle of Stoic ethics. Honesty is not just morally right, it's also the most pragmatic approach to life. A smart person, therefore, values truth not only because it aligns with ethical living, but because it simplifies life. Lies, on the other hand, no matter how small or seemingly harmless, create complexities and entanglements. Once a lie is told, it often requires more lies to sustain it. This web of deception can quickly become unmanageable and stressful. Moreover, lying inevitably leads to a loss of credibility. If a person is known to lie, others will naturally hesitate to trust them, and once trust is lost, it is incredibly difficult to regain. This erosion of trust can have far-reaching consequences, affecting personal relationships, professional opportunities, and even one's sense of self-esteem and peace. In a Stoic context, lying is also seen as a failure of character. Stoicism teaches us to control what is within our power, our actions, our responses, and our words. When we choose to lie, we are essentially choosing the easy, less virtuous path. Instead, Stoics advocate for facing the truth, no matter how difficult or uncomfortable it might be, because in truth, there is freedom. Freedom from the anxieties associated with deceit, and freedom to live a life that's open and authentic. A smart person practices honesty not just in their actions, but in their communication. They understand that clear, truthful communication fosters transparency and openness in all forms of interactions, be it personal dialogues or professional discussions. This approach not only helps in building stronger, more reliable relationships, but also in establishing a reputation of integrity and honor. Moreover, engaging with the truth promotes a deeper connection with oneself and with others. It allows for genuine self-reflection and encourages personal growth. In Stoic practice, such personal growth is considered essential as it leads to a more fulfilling and virtuous life. Number 5. Mocking people. When we mock or belittle someone, we're not just making a joke at their expense, we're exhibiting a fundamental lack of empathy and emotional intelligence. Stoics like Epictetus and Marcus Aurelius emphasize the importance of empathy, urging us to put ourselves in the shoes of others and think about how we would feel if we were the subject of ridicule. This shift in perspective is crucial. It helps cultivate a deeper understanding of the human condition and reinforces the Stoic ideal that all people deserve dignity and respect. Furthermore, mocking others can reflect poorly on our character. It suggests that we might be using humor to mask insecurities or to elevate ourselves by putting others down. This is in direct opposition to Stoic values, which advocate for self-improvement and personal growth rather than seeking validation at the expense of others. A smart person knows that true self-esteem comes from self-acceptance and the positive impact they have on others, not from demeaning someone else to feel superior. Additionally, engaging in mockery can have a corrosive effect on relationships and social environments. It creates an atmosphere of judgment and negativity, which can discourage open communication and genuine connections. Instead of fostering a supportive community, it generates divisions and discomfort among people, making it harder for individuals to express themselves freely for fear of being the next target of ridicule. A smart person, guided by Stoic principles, strives to uplift and support others. They understand that each person's worth is not diminished by their flaws or differences. Rather, these are part of the shared human experience. By avoiding mockery and choosing instead to engage in positive and constructive interactions, we not only honor the Stoic commitment to respect and empathy, but also contribute to a more inclusive and compassionate world. In every interaction, a smart person uses their words and actions to build bridges, not barriers. They recognize the power of kindness and the impact it can have on the lives of others. In doing so, they not only live up to Stoic ideals, but also enhance their own well-being by nurturing a positive and respectful social environment. This approach to life not only brings peace to the individual practicing it, but also radiates outward, encouraging others to adopt a similar stance of understanding and respect. Number 6. Making light promises. In our daily lives, the promises we make are more than just words. They are commitments that others rely on. A smart person fully gracitates this, knowing that each promise carries weight and should be made with care and consideration. This understanding is deeply embedded in Stoicism, which teaches us to live in accordance with reality, always being acutely aware of our capabilities and limitations. When we make a promise lightly or without full consideration, we risk not only our own integrity, but also the trust others place in us. Stoics like Marcus Aurelius advocated for living a life of virtue, emphasizing the importance of being trustworthy and reliable in all our dealings. In his meditations, Aurelius often discussed the concept of living truthfully and in harmony with nature, which includes recognizing and respecting our own human limits. Making promises that are beyond our ability to fulfill not only leads to disappointment for those who depend on us, but also places undue stress on ourselves as we struggle to meet unrealistic expectations. Furthermore, when we are mindful of the promises we make, ensuring that they align with our true capacity, we foster an environment of trust and dependability. This reliability is the cornerstone of strong relationships, whether personal or professional. A smart person uses their understanding of Stoic principles to assess their promises, ensuring that they can indeed deliver what they've committed to. This approach not only strengthens bonds, but also builds a reputation of integrity and honor. In addition, being cautious with our commitments allows us to manage our time and resources more effectively. It enables us to focus on fulfilling each promise to the best of our ability, which is in line with the Stoic ideal of doing everything with purpose and excellence. It prevents the spread of our energies too thin, which can lead to burnout and a reduction in the quality of our work or the weakening of our relationships. A smart person, therefore, thinks carefully before making a promise. They consider not only whether they can fulfill that commitment, but also how it aligns with their overall principles and goals. This careful consideration ensures that they do not overcommit, maintaining a balance that respects both their capabilities and the expectations of others. Number 7. Words fueled by anger. In the heat of the moment, when emotions run high, it's all too easy to let anger dictate what we say. But a smart person, well versed in the Stoic practice of emotional control, understands the dangers of such impulsivity. Stoicism teaches us that true power lies not in our ability to express all our feelings, but in our capacity to moderate them, especially anger. Words fueled by anger are not just words. They're potential weapons that can cut deeply, damaging relationships, sometimes beyond repair. Reflecting on this, Stoics like Epictetus emphasized that we should not allow our emotions to control our actions or our speech. By adhering to this wisdom, a smart person practices restraint, recognizing that anger often clouds judgment and leads to regrettable outbursts. They understand that once harsh words are spoken, they cannot be taken back. The scars they leave can linger long after the argument has ended, eroding trust and respect, which are foundational to any healthy relationship. Moreover, speaking in anger can lead to a loss of personal dignity and self-respect. It shows a lack of discipline, which is contrary to Stoic ideals. Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, often wrote about the importance of maintaining composure, even under provocation. He believed that the best revenge is not to be like your enemy. Following this principle, a smart person strives to remain calm and collected, choosing their words carefully, even when provoked. This approach does not mean suppressing or ignoring anger. Instead, it involves acknowledging the emotion without letting it control your actions. It's about taking a moment to pause, breathe, and reflect before responding. This pause gives space not only for the anger to subside, but also for reason to return, allowing for a response that is measured and considered. In practice, this means that when a smart person feels anger rising, they might choose to express their feelings in a way that is constructive rather than destructive. They communicate their displeasure without belittling or harming the other person. They frame their words to address the behavior or situation that caused the anger, not the person themselves, which fosters a more productive and respectful dialogue. Number 8. Judging someone's appearance. In our visually driven society, it's all too easy to make quick judgments based on someone's appearance. Yet a smart person understands that such assessments are not only superficial, but often misleading. Stoics like Epictetus emphasized the importance of focusing on things within our control, our thoughts, our behaviors, and our moral character. Judging someone by their appearance is not only outside our control, it also detracts from our ability to develop a more profound and meaningful understanding of their true nature. A smart person knows that appearances can be crafted and manipulated, but actions and choices reveal the essence of a person's character. By prioritizing character over appearances, we align ourselves with Stoic values, which advocate for seeing beyond the external to appreciate the internal virtues of wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. Moreover, refraining from judging based on appearance prevents the formation of biases that can cloud our judgment and affect our interactions. When we dismiss someone based on superficial criteria, we may miss out on valuable relationships and opportunities to learn from diverse perspectives. A smart person seeks to cultivate a mindset that appreciates diversity and values individuals for their contributions and character, not their conformity to societal standards of beauty or fashion. This approach also fosters a more inclusive and empathetic social environment. When we lead by example, showing respect and consideration regardless of appearances, we encourage others to do the same. This can have a transformative effect on our communities, creating spaces where people feel valued and accepted for who they are, which is the essence of a just and virtuous society as envisioned by Stoic philosophy. In personal interactions, a smart person guided by Stoicism takes the time to engage with others on a deeper level, looking beyond the immediate visual impressions to understand their motivations, dreams, and challenges. This deeper engagement not only enriches their own life, but also supports the development of genuine connections that are based on mutual respect and understanding rather than superficial judgments. Number 9. Overgeneralizations. When we overgeneralize, we're not just simplifying information, we're actively distorting reality. This distortion can foster prejudice and unfair treatment, which directly contradicts the Stoic principles of justice and fairness. Stoics like Marcus Aurelius and Seneca emphasized the importance of seeing each person as an individual, endowed with reason and deserving of respect. They encouraged us to approach interactions with a clear, unbiased mind, free from the clutter of preconceived notions that could cloud our judgment. Moreover, overgeneralizations can hinder our personal growth, and our ability to connect with others authentically. They lock us into fixed ways of thinking, preventing us from fully engaging with the rich diversity of human experiences and perspectives that could otherwise enrich our understanding. A smart person strives to remain open and adaptable, recognizing that life's complexity cannot be neatly categorized into broad, oversimplified categories. In practice, avoiding overgeneralizations means taking the time to gather facts and listen carefully. It involves assessing situations and people based on direct interactions and observable evidence rather than relying on stereotypes or past experiences that may not be applicable. This thoughtful approach not only upholds Stoic ideals, but also enhances our interactions, making them more meaningful and just. Furthermore, by challenging ourselves to avoid overgeneralizations, we contribute to a more equitable and understanding world. We foster environments where dialogue is based on truth and where individuals feel seen and heard for who they truly are, not just for what they may superficially represent. This commitment to fairness and individual dignity is at the heart of Stoic ethics and is crucial for building healthy, respectful, and just communities. Number 10. Words devoid of empathy. In the intricate tapestry of human relationships, empathy is the thread that weaves us closer together, creating patterns of understanding and compassion that enhance our interactions. A smart person knows this intuitively and integrates it into their daily life, embodying the Stoic concept of compassion, which isn't just about feeling what others feel, but about truly understanding and responding to the needs and emotions of others in a thoughtful and supportive way. Stoicism, often misunderstood as a philosophy of emotional detachment, actually champions the cultivation of deep emotional intelligence. Stoics like Seneca and Marcus Aurelius emphasized the importance of empathy as a means to live harmoniously within a community, understanding that the welfare of the individual is inherently connected to the welfare of the group. They taught that to live a virtuous life, one must recognize and respond to the suffering of others, not with pity, but with practical help and appropriate emotional engagement. Words devoid of empathy can seem hollow or even harsh, failing to bridge the gap between individuals. When we speak without considering the emotional state or the needs of our listeners, we miss an opportunity to connect on a deeper level. A smart person uses empathy to guide their words, choosing expressions that are not only truthful but also kind and encouraging. This practice enhances personal relationships by showing others that they are valued and understood, creating a safe space where open, honest communication can flourish. Moreover, in broader societal interactions, empathy enriches the community by fostering an environment where people feel seen and supported. This is particularly important in times of conflict or distress, where empathetic communication can de-escalate tensions and promote understanding and peace. By practicing empathetic listening and speaking, a smart person contributes to the overall health and cohesion of their community, aligning with the Stoic ideal of working for the common good. Integrating empathy into our words is not just a social nicety, but a profound practice of Stoic compassion. It requires us to pause, to consider the other's perspective, and to respond in a way that acknowledges their feelings and experiences. This doesn't mean sacrificing honesty or integrity. Rather, it means framing our truth in a way that is respectful and constructive. Number 11. Negative and self-defeating affirmations. In a world that often seems filled with challenges and setbacks, maintaining a positive and proactive outlook can sometimes feel like an uphill battle. However, a smart person knows the power of their own words and thoughts in shaping their reality, and thus steers clear of negative and self-defeating affirmations. Drawing on Stoic principles, they recognize that while we cannot always control what happens to us, we can control how we respond, including the language we use to describe our experiences and ourselves. Stoicism teaches the importance of focusing on the present and on what can be controlled. Stoic philosophers like Epictetus emphasized that our reactions to events are within our power, even if the events themselves are not. This perspective is crucial because it shifts the focus from feeling helpless and victimized by circumstances to being proactive and resilient. Negative affirmations reinforce a mindset of incapacity and limitation, which not only dampens one's spirit, but also hinders effective action. In contrast, positive affirmations cultivate a sense of inner strength and possibility, aligning with the Stoic goal of achieving tranquility and personal excellence. A smart person uses affirmations as tools to build resilience and encourage a growth mindset. They choose words that affirm their ability to overcome difficulties, learn from different situations, and continue growing. This isn't about denying the hardships of life or suppressing negative emotions. Rather, it's about framing these challenges in a way that emphasizes capability and learning. For instance, instead of saying, "I can't handle this," a Stoic-minded individual might affirm, "I am learning to handle new challenges every day." This subtle shift in language has a profound impact on one's emotional and mental state, fostering resilience and a readiness to face whatever comes. Moreover, positive affirmations are not just personal pep talks. They reflect a deeper Stoic practice of cultivating virtues such as courage, justice, moderation, and wisdom. By consistently affirming their commitment to these virtues, individuals reinforce their identity as someone who lives according to their values, regardless of external circumstances. This practice enhances self-esteem and provides a stable foundation for dealing with life's ups and downs. In conversation and self-reflection, a smart person mindful of Stoicism actively avoids phrases that undermine their potential or worth. Instead, they consciously choose language that supports a self-image of strength, flexibility, and persistence. This not only helps them navigate personal challenges more effectively, but also inspires others around them. The power of example is potent, and by embodying a positive can-do attitude, one not only uplifts oneself, but also motivates others to adopt a similar approach. Number 12. Underestimating others' abilities. A smart person, steeped in Stoic wisdom, understands that every individual has a reservoir of potential which, when recognized and nurtured, can lead to mutual benefits and growth. Stoicism, a philosophy grounded in the dignity of every person and the development of virtue, teaches us to respect and value the capabilities of each individual, recognizing that we all contribute uniquely to the tapestry of life. The act of underestimating others does more than just limit their potential. It also places constraints on our own character development. By failing to see the true capabilities of those around us, we not only hinder their growth, but also miss out on the opportunity to learn from them. Stoics like Marcus Aurelius believed that everyone we meet is superior to us in some way. In that, they have much to teach us. This perspective encourages humility and a learner's attitude, which are essential for personal and communal development. Moreover, when we choose to recognize and support the abilities of others, we foster an environment of mutual respect and encouragement. This does not mean blindly praising every effort, but rather offering constructive feedback, encouragement, and recognition where due. It means being present and attentive, providing opportunities for others to showcase their strengths and helping them overcome their weaknesses. By doing so, we not only aid in their development, but also build stronger, more collaborative relationships. A smart person, guided by Stoic principles, actively creates a culture where growth is not just encouraged, but expected. They understand that the development of a community or organization depends on the sum of its parts. Each individual's growth contributes to the whole. Therefore, by investing in the growth of others, we are indirectly nurturing our own environment, which in turn benefits us all. Furthermore, this Stoic approach helps mitigate jealousy and competition, emotions that often arise from a scarcity mindset, where one person's success is seen as another's failure. Instead, by celebrating and encouraging the capabilities of others, we adopt an abundance mindset. This shift not only enhances our interpersonal dynamics, but also aligns with the Stoic ideal of living harmoniously within the fabric of society. As we wrap up today's journey into the wisdom of knowing what not to say, remember that each word you choose can shape your destiny. Thank you for joining us here at Stoic Journal. If you found value in today's insights, consider exploring more by watching one of the suggested videos on your screen. Together, let's continue to grow and embrace the Stoic path to a more thoughtful and resilient life. Thank you for being an essential part of our community.